Action now from the 250cc machines then, the first of the two races on the Saturday. Stu Noble bringing out the little Ducati machine, the Farah Ducati, 1961 vintage, that bike. Used to seeing Stu on the BSA machine, but he seems to have forsaken that for the Ducati. Should be quicker, the Ducati, no doubt about that. So the young lady with the red flag moves aside. We wait for the wave of the Union one, and it does fall, and one rider failing to get away, caught napping there on the starting grid. So who's got the early advantage? Just waiting for the camera to pan forward to see if we can identify that rider. Doesn't look as though he's going to start at all. A long way back. 47 it is. That's Mervyn Stratford. Stu Noble behind him. And then 29, Nigel Lyons moving up into third place. A small field this one, but a quality one we hope. Mervyn Stratford on the Rudge is the race leader. Stu Noble behind him. And trying the inside line and moves through swiftly. Stu Noble on the 250 Ducati. So Stu Noble takes the lead. Ahead of Mervyn Stratford. And then it's Nigel Lyons third. To see who that was in fourth. Could be Ian Henshaw with the Royal Enfield Crusader, but always dangerous to try and identify riders with a rear view of them only. Try and confirm that as they go further round, but Stu Noble has been passed by Mervyn Stratford, but he's making another attack here. Looking at the outside line at the left-hander, but Stratford should have the favoured inside one. So Mervyn Stratford with the Rudge holds the advantage. Stu Noble with the Ducati sticking to it. Up towards North Bend hairpin. A wealth of experience, Mervyn Stratford. And Nigel Lyons is joining the party as well from that third place. The battle up front has enabled him to get onto the tail of the two leading protagonists. So Mervyn Stratford from Stu Noble and Nigel Lyons. It's about three of them now. Around Chessons they go. Stu Noble still in the second position with Nigel Lyons we're looking at now in third. Nigel with the Velocet MOV. At 47, Mervyn Stratford on the Rudge 250. Still setting the pace. Just lost the lead to Stu Noble momentarily earlier on, but well, he's lost it again because Stu Noble, no he hasn't, I beg his pardon. Don't get overexcited. It's Mervyn Stratford, Nigel Lyons we were looking at, and not Mervyn Stratford. They've both got similar styles, and the two machines are not dissimilar when you look at them from the rear. That's my excuse anyway, and Mervyn Stratford it is anyway, still holds the advantage. But it might be only a matter of time before I can confirm that Stu Noble has the lead. He's certainly pressing hard for it. Well, number 4 it is, Ian Henshaw, and I got that one right. Well, that's a first, surely, from a rear identification. And there's 172. Or is it 173? Cliff Shorter, I think. Maybe misread the number there. So the leading trio providing a very good spectacle for us here. And Nigel Lyons on the inside of Stu Noble, who'd run a bit wide there. Whether he lost concentration passing the back marker, but he ran wide, and the invitation was there for Nigel Lyons, but Stu Noble taking it back immediately as he know. Lyons hangs on just about at the hairpin. In fact, Nigel Lyons is challenging Mervyn Stratford for the lead as Stu Noble then tries again on the inside of Nigel Lyons. They're side by side as they come down the hill, and Stu Noble on the inside line at paddock, but Nigel Lyons is brave enough to stay off the anchors and sweep around the outside. So Stu Noble down in third now, and I was prophesying maybe that he might be in the lead. He's got a bit of work to do. He's got to get past Nigel Lyons, and that's not an easy task. Nigel, no mean rider at all. Mervyn Stratford then, meantime, is beginning to edge clear. So Mervyn Stratford making good his escape at the front at the moment. Stu Noble will not want to hang around too long if he's going to challenge for the lead in this one. And it's Mervyn Stratford on the 47 Rudge. Up towards North Bend. Nigel Lyons then Stu Noble. Well, they're getting a little spaced out now. Nigel Lyons very quick into the hairpin. Closing up just marginally on the race leader. So it's Mervyn Stratford from Nigel Lyons and Stu Noble. That's the leading trio. Onto the Canterbury Straight they go. Well, I just wonder, has Stu Noble settled for third place here? maybe doesn't want to push too hard and risk a tumble, and might just be perhaps waiting to see what the first two do, and just keep getting the lines right and taking the quick smooth lines through the corners, and just wait to see what accrues. Nigel Lyons, meantime, is focused on trying to close up and make that back wheel of Mervyn Stratford's machine look larger, and it does already as he tries to look down the inside of him into North Bend, but with the tail ender there, Mervyn Stratford was forced anyway to take a tight inside line, and that was sufficient to prevent the overtaking manoeuvre from Nigel Lyons. They both passed the 22 machine of Mitch Steele, the BSA C15, which was the type of machine that Stu Noble used to campaign. You might even tell me that that's the same machine, but I doubt very much that it is, but machines do get passed on. Well, it's Mervyn Stratford still in the leading position, which he only lost for just a moment to Stu Noble early on in the race. Otherwise, it's he's been out there with that clear tarmac in front of him. Up the hill he goes, Nigel Lyons. Now, Nigel, we know, is quick into the hairpin. He is again. He closes up once more on Mervyn Stratford, dramatically so. Couldn't quite get onto the outside of the Rudge, though, as they went through the corner. And Stu Noble still is pretty close behind them in that third place. Mervyn Stratford then with the 250 Rudge from Nigel Lyons. They start the last lap, and Stu Noble is much closer to the front two this time, so he hasn't given up on this. Well, was he just biding his time in the early stages and just waiting for the last lap to come along before mounting the challenge? Did he have a bit in reserve all the time? And what has Nigel Lyons got to offer? An enthralling prospect, the closing stages of this race. It may not change at all, though, because Mervyn Stratford, Nigel Lyons and Stu Noble, all very accomplished riders indeed, and neither will want to relinquish their current position, and neither will find it easy to gain any advantage over their rivals. I think it's going to finish in that order, and it's going to be a close finish. Well, he had to work hard for the win, did Mervyn Stratford, but he's got his rewards in the end. Mervyn Stratford then takes the victory from Nigel Lyons and Stu Noble. What a race!